Hello, Kellum Knights. We want to share some important information with you to have a successful school year. First, a message from our principal.
Hello, Knights. It's Dr. Schubart here, principal at Kellam High School. I hope that you've had a great opening to the school year. Here at Kellam, we're empowering future-ready learners and leaders together. So what does that mean? Well, it means that we're preparing you to be global citizens, lifelong learners, difference makers, and dynamic leaders. Put simply, Knights are different. Knights are special. You are a Knight. And as a Knight, we value others, we act with kindness and respect, we take responsibility, and we're honorable. Nobody does it quite like the Knights do. Today, you're going to hear a little message from each of our assistant principals about some of the policies and procedures that take place at Kellam High School to make your stay here a little bit more smooth. I'd encourage you as you walk throughout the school during your daily interactions, if you see me, please stop by, say hi. I'd love to get to meet you. I'm looking forward to seeing you at different athletic events and different activities. And I hope that this year is a great year. Go Knights.
Thank you, Dr. Schubart. Our administrative team, in addition to Dr. Schubart, includes Dr. Dana Cho, Assistant Principal, myself, Andy Filipowitz, Assistant Principal, Miss Isom, Assistant Principal, Mr. Todd Sherman, Assistant Principal, Miss Long, School Improvement Specialist, Miss Seibert, Counseling Director, Miss Campbell, our Office Manager, Miss Robin Hoffman, our Instructional Specialist, and Miss Amy Pratt, our Student Activities Coordinator. Virginia Beach City Public Schools is committed to creating a safe, supportive learning environment for all students. PBIS develops a foundation for proactive support and emphasizes pro-social skills and expectations by teaching and acknowledging appropriate student behavior. It aims to strengthen practices and implement strategies to equitably support pro-social behavior, high-quality learning experiences, and social-emotional development. The goal is to promote a safe and supportive learning environment by connecting social and emotional development to academic, behavioral, and attendance outcomes. Virginia Beach City Public Schools has adopted PBIS as a behavior framework that is preventative, instructional, and responsive to the strengths, needs, and values of its students, families, and community. The PBIS multi-tiered framework provides the structure through which academic, behavioral, and social-emotional learning takes place within the school environment for all students. The use of restorative practices as a response to behavior provides an opportunity for a student to learn from an experience in an effort to improve. Be familiar with our new crest this year, uniting through our core values of leadership, integrity, and unity. Be familiar with the Knight's Oath as we begin our implementation of PBIS. We will be celebrating students who exemplify the core values, as well as the Knight's Oath, on a monthly basis as Castle Keepers. More information will come. If you want to have a successful year, you must be in class. Attendance matters. Absences, early releases, late arrivals, all forms can be found on the website under the Parent tab. If you miss more than 15 minutes, it is considered an absence. 7 absences per semester would mean that you fail the course, and you must complete an attendance waiver for approval. Even though you will not go to the tardy window this year, tardiness still exists. Teachers will be noting your tardies. So, arrive to school on time. You have 5 minutes between blocks. Use the restroom at that time. Tardiness, as well as class cutting, leaving school without permission, being in an unauthorized area, will all be documented and referred to an administrator for disciplinary action should they occur. All of these policies will be in full effect next week, starting Monday, September 20th. VBCPS is committed to providing an educational atmosphere free from harassment, intimidation, or bullying. Bullying, cyberbullying, and harassment are all offenses that will be disciplined according to the Student Code of Conduct. Follow the acceptable use of computer systems. Be social, be smart, and be safe. Social media posts and their impact exist forever, regardless of whether they are deleted or not. Cell phones and Chromebooks use the network managed by the school. All activities performed on these devices need to conform to the acceptable use policy. Dress code. A student must wear clothing that covers the student's chest from under the armpits, where they meet the shoulder, and secured over the shoulders or the neck to no less than 5 inches below the groin area. While you can wear tank tops and spaghetti strap tops, you must have your belly covered and you cannot wear tube tops. Students must not wear or display the following images or symbols or words: any sort of pornography, nudity, obscenity, vulgar, or profanity. No illegal drugs, alcohol, paraphernalia, imitations thereof, or other drugs or paraphernalia. And anything that would incite violence or create harassment or discrimination of any sort will not be tolerated. On the bus, you are to obey all conditions of the Code of Student Conduct while at the bus stop, going to and from the bus stop, or riding the bus. You must obey the driver and be courteous to him or her and to fellow students. The driver is in charge of the bus and students and has the authority to assign seats to maintain discipline or promote safety. Additionally, you are to obey the conditions of the Code of Student Conduct while attending and participating in after-school student activities and athletic events, as provided in the School Board of the City of Virginia Beach Policy 5-1. Regulations outlined in the Code of Student Conduct apply at all after-school activities such as athletic events, club meetings, dances, and so forth. This year, our Code of Conduct is broken into 6 behavior categories. The following behavior categories have been developed by the state. We will review these and examples of each category. It is your responsibility to review the student Code of Conduct before signing it. First, behaviors that impede academic progress. Things like inappropriate talking, excessive noise, off-task behavior, out of seat, horseplaying, making rude noises, and possession of items that distract may be addressed in this category and are subject to discipline. Second, behaviors related to school operations. Examples: making verbal or written statements that are found to be untrue, imitation alcohol and drug lookalikes, refusal to work in class, truancy, skipping, being in an unauthorized area, as well as failure to attend detention after noon or evening school will also be addressed in this category. Third, relationship behaviors. Any aggressive and unwanted behavior that's intended to harm, intimidate, or humiliate the victim is considered bullying, whether it is done in person or on social media. Other improper social interactions, like walking away from a staff member while they are talking to you, using improper language and/or slurs based on race, ethnicity, color, weight, gender, or disability, to name a few, will be addressed in this category. Fourth, behaviors of a safety concern. We are most concerned with your safety. Any activities that are unsafe, like alcohol or drug use and possession, will be considered in this category. Think of anything you might consider unsafe and avoid those activities. This would include leaving school without permission, possession of weapons, fighting, possessing tobacco products, including vapes and electronic cigarettes. Please review this section carefully. Next, behaviors that endanger self or others. Behaviors that endanger the health and safety of others are detailed in this category and include assault and battery, making threats, being intimidating or instigating violence, making any sort of bomb or fire threat, whether real or not. Finally, persistently dangerous behaviors. This category covers the most serious of offenses and brings with it the very harsh discipline, to include being removed from school or being arrested. This could include a sexual assault or possessing a firearm or weapon, among other items. Along with counseling and education, many of the categories of disruptive behavior include discipline. It is progressive discipline, starting with a warning or detention often, and that is level 1, in addition to Saturday school or bus suspension. In level 2, ISS up to 3 days could be assigned for a particular offense. And in level 3, an alternative program like the Choices program or out-of-school suspension up to 5 days could be assigned. Level 4 is out-of-school suspension from 6 to 10 days, a corrective action plan that requires a contract to be signed at the Office of Student Leadership, or the Substance Abuse Intervention Program, a 2-week program at Renaissance Academy for those students who are found to be in possession or use of vapes, drugs, alcohol, and the like. In level 5, it would be a long-term suspension or expulsion from the school system, and would require a hearing at the Office of Student Leadership. Additional behavioral interventions could include parent or legal guardian contact, a conference, behavioral contract, attendance contract, a referral to our SRT, having your seat changed, either in class or on the bus, a choices program, again, substance abuse intervention program, expulsion. School safety is every Knight's business. You can do your part in helping to keep the castle safe. Never open the doors for anyone. Instruct them to go to the main office through the front door. Take drills seriously. If you are leaving early or coming late, always use the main entrance. During lunch, do not move chairs and remain seated after acquiring your lunch. If you do not need to get up, please put your mask back on. If you see something that makes you uncomfortable, say something to an adult and/or our school resource officer. Remember, emergencies can happen anywhere and anytime. Please be aware of your surroundings. There will be time in your career here at Kellam High School that you will need to ask for help. It might be falling behind in class, feelings of anxiety or depression, or having issues with other students. Whatever the situation, if you need help, it is important to reach out to one of these people that you see listed here. It can be your parents also, or a member of the Kellam family. But please reach out to someone. We're here to help. At Kellam, we want to create a safe and welcoming environment for everyone. We do not make hurtful comments, remarks, or otherwise inappropriate communication towards any student, any staff, or anyone here at Kellam High School. Please take a moment to complete the acknowledgement form. If we do not have a completed form from you, you will attend a makeup session in the coming weeks. So please go ahead and take the time to sign the student acknowledgement at this time. Thank you all for your attention. Have a great and amazing year.
Hello, Knights.